there any lessons that you learned developing a business, being in the business world, being kind of on the maybe the marketing side of the industry?
The one thing I learned quick is branding is exceptionally important. So like branding who you are and what you do, so when people see it, they automatically know what it is. I mean, that's so important because you have so many different types of consulting firms out there, and it's a lot of competition. And I knew that going into it. But what I saw was in the industry that haters were reigning supreme. That was the only way I can put it. So you would get feedback from professionals and they would just tear it down. They were rude. Sometimes they would attack you personally. And it was all to make you better, or they would be mean because, even try and bully you out of the industry because they're doing you a favor because you shouldn't be in it in the first place. And all of these things I had experienced firsthand. And there was companies even proud of it. They were proud of how brutal they were. And I started thinking about like this isn't helping anybody. like
Wow.
like you're beating up on people, and then you're proud of the fact that they gave up on their passion. Maybe you should be fostering the passion. So I saw in the industry an opening for a niche of a company that would have a more positive mentorship capacity that could be brought to the field, and try and change the narrative. And I have to tell you, I don't know if we're responsible for this or not, but I have seen I know other script consultants, script doctors, and coverage services out there are less rude. Like they are now striving harder to be more positive, to give that critical feedback, but in a way that helps people instead of being like that bitter screenwriter. So
Yeah, it sounds like there were a bunch of mean girls in the industry. One thing that I never
sort of.
understood was when, you had somebody who was popular in school, they were the people that were the meanest, that
Yeah.
that would bully people, and I never
Yeah.
understood how those two things correlated, being popular and
Yeah,
being,
and mean.
terrible.
Well, the
Yeah.
part that bothered me is that they were proud of it. Like
Yeah.
they hung their shingle up on. I was like, why would you be proud of that? So I think it was just something that had become ingrained in the industry. So we came into like, hey, we're not going to blow smoke. We're not going to be like, oh my God, your script is amazing
Right.
when it's terrible. But we're going to say like, hey, this is what it needs, and we're happy to help teach you how to do it and inspire you to be better. One of our clients won Nichols. So that
Right.
was like such a huge honor to just even be just a sliver of part of that person's journey. We've had,
All screenwriters will know what that means, will know how
yeah,
important that is,
yeah.
yeah.
And then we've had other writers we've worked with, who have gone on to win awards or get stuff produced. So like, it just feels good to be able to do that. So with We Fix Your Script, branding was essential. With Script Summit, what I've learned was how important it is to add value to the industry, because there's like thousands of screenplay and screenwriting and film festivals out there. A lot of them can be scams that just want money. And so I realized, okay, we need to create a community. Of course, you're going to do that, but how do we create value for the community? So it wasn't just about like, let's give away beautiful awards, but a cash prize or a contract with a Hollywood talent manager, like really striving to bring in these things, um, that can help the screenwriting community and help elevate people.
Yeah, actually, that's a subject that I didn't even have in my questions before, but not only is Script Summit a festival that derived from We Fix Your Script, which had dedicated itself for years on helping screenwriters to become, that much better at their craft as individuals, but Script Summit came with a year long in between the festivals Facebook group where
Yeah,
people this community where people from the festival, all of the screenwriters that are participating and even those who like don't even have a hand in the game yet, they're kind of just, you know, feeling it out or working on their amateur status to rise above
sure.
that. They are helping each other. What is something that you've taken away from actually like harvesting a community of screenwriters together?
It touches me. I get a little like verklempt when I see writers on there talking with each other. And there's a sense of pride with it when we have the festival and people come together who haven't seen each other in years. And I see them like sneak off into a corner and chat and catch up. Like
Yeah.
that hits me. That hits me deep.
That
Because
you facilitated their meeting and their friendship,
yeah,
like
I
actual relationships amongst the people at the festival.
exactly. It's just like, and I like to hold on to that feeling. And even locally in the Detroit area, we have like a mini summit meeting when COVID isn't trying to kill everybody.
Mhm.
And people come together and I watch people just kind of do like a sidebar with their coffees and it feels good. And it's nice to be able to create that.
I agree. That must be a wonderful feeling. To even have even a smaller community of my own who like reads the articles and watches the videos. It's wonderful to see people. It goes beyond you, doesn't it?
You touch someone's life, and that is I mean that's why we're here.